Uh, as a lover of the rich tapestry of J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth, I found Miriel's momentous leap into the sea and confrontation with the fearsome sea monster to be a profoundly moving scene that resonated deeply within me. It wasn't just about her personal triumph, but rather an embodiment of the struggle between good and evil, a struggle that echoes the timeless human dilemma of making difficult choices in the face of adversity. In a new twist, the sixth episode of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power second season, concludes dramatically with Muriel's most significant scene yet. Actress Cynthia Addai-Robinson offers insights into this pivotal moment. Episode 6 features Lloyd Owen's character, Elendil, openly challenging King Farazan's reign in Numenor, leading to his incarceration and subsequent trial to the city of the Numenor. Instead of being cast into the sea to test his survival against a marine beast, as originally planned for him, he now faces this trial. And yet, just as all seemed set, it was Queen Miriel, formerly known as Robinson, who unexpectedly stepped into the role at the final hour. Cynthia Addai-Robinson
breaks down Miriel's big decision
in a special conversation with Russ Milheim from Top Mob. Actor Cynthia Addai-Robinson explained why her character Miriel chose to confront the sea beast in episode 6 of season 2, rather than siding with Elendil in The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Robinson clarified that Miriel's character found serenity in the choice she made, implying that she may have been prepared for a potentially fatal outcome. I think that she was at peace with her decision. So if it meant that she wasn't going to make it, then that meant that that was ultimately going to be for the greater good. And her concern, again, is not selfishly for herself. It's really about for Numenor. It's for her people, and so she's thinking about Numenor, Elendil, and less about herself. It's less about a selfish sort of reasoning. Is now, having said that, I'm sure she wants to be triumphant and that she wants to make it out. She acknowledged there was fear, yet she expressed a sense of confidence and tranquility regarding her choice. It seems she's not keen on, facing a sea monster in her final moments. And then to make this scene engaging, there should be a hint of uncertainty as she steps down the stairs and enters the water. This uncertainty is accompanied by fear, but also determination and a sense of peace regarding her decision. It's not about hesitation or changing her mind. Instead, it's about staying strong and resolute. And Robinson highlighted that those moments served as a significant test of their religious convictions, demonstrating something truly beautiful. This situation demonstrates a remarkable transition from his strong belief, even to the extent of self-sacrifice, to her taking his place, expressing her confidence that things will turn out as they should because of her faith. And essentially, it's a test of their beliefs, with her stepping up to confront this challenge and trusting that everything will work out as it was intended. There were numerous discussions taking place among her co-star Lloyd Owens and the show's creators regarding the emotional responses their characters might have towards each other's potential sacrifices. After considering this, is it possible for you to accept someone stating, "I'm prepared to give up my life for a greater cause, but I can't bear the thought of finding out Pupping Airport evidence of losing." The idea of letting you go is unbearable. Right? It's hard for me to comprehend that it would be worth it if you were to sacrifice yourself for this idea or belief. Lloyd and I frequently discussed this plot point with the show creators because they designed our characters to follow this path. They desired Muriel's significant sea-stepping moment where she encountered the sea monster to serve not only as a personal victory for her, but also to align with a broader discussion encompassing her values and principles. Have been fade on this and have 7% seems like energy. What's the underlying theme here that goes beyond her personal victory against the sea monster? I believe it delves deeper, exploring
moral and philosophical concepts that resonate with me personally.
These ideas seem to reflect real-world issues, making this fantastical epic a reflection of human emotions and thoughts we grapple with in our daily lives. The actress acknowledged that these concepts are quite profound when considering Miriel encountering a sea beast. I understand that these ideas might seem quite profound given the context of Miriel encountering a sea monster. However, I believe it's crucial to consider the reasons behind her actions. What drives her to take on this challenge initially? Robinson clearly stated that Miriel is a beneficial influence, or simply put, an agent of positive change as the superior ruler for Numenor. I think Miriel is a force for good, and at the end of the day, here we are in season 2. Evil is being unleashed, and this is, in a lot of ways, a battle of good versus evil. And, you know, it's someone who's to see a level of civil life, but I ultimately think that Muriel's moral compass and what she is attempting to sort of do, which is try to save Numenor from calamity. And when she looks into the Palantir in season 1, it becomes the question, is this inevitable, or is there something I can do to change this outcome? And it was undeniably Pharazôn's seizure of Numenor that sparked this chain of events, leading ultimately to Miriel losing her leadership role following the exposure of her correspondence with Palantir. And the turn point got set. Robinson clarified that Miriel hadn't challenged Pharazôn's rule because she wasn't fully comprehending the doom approaching Numenor. Instead, she might have been thinking, maybe this is how it was intended to be. Initially, Miriel understands that potentially Pharazôn's leadership has changed the course of Numenor's fate. We're not seeing the wave in the Palantir, and Elendil doesn't see that. So perhaps this is what's meant to be. She's trying to make that justification. And for him, it's like, no, you can't tell me that it's actually expert. I can't believe that. Miriel and Farazan hold a strong commitment to an affection for Numenor alike. Yet the recent ruler's behavior is deemed unattractive and cruel. What they share is a deep sense of conviction and a deep love of Numenor. They both believe that their way is the way forward, but as we see when Farazan and his son Kemen and his baddies start going throughout Numenor, it's ugly and vicious, and it doesn't feel like the changes they want to make are coming from some good place. It feels as ugly as it looks. So I think, you know, Team Miriel for the future of Numenor, even though the, you know, if we know what the end of Numenor's story is, and we know that it is unfortunately a tragic outcome, no matter who the leader is. The Lord of the Rings of Power is now streaming on Amazon Studios Prime Video. Learn more about the lore of the Rings of Power here. Here's why Addai hates Sauron in Rings of Power. Is Elrond related to Galadriel? That I think we have the conception that we worked to have, and